Hello again, this is Matt Moser with Alchemy Solutions, and today what I'd like to be able to cover with you is try, catch, exception logic, and more importantly, underneath .NET, how to get to properties and functions and DLLs and so forth with your COBOL program. It's really quite easy. Initially it looks a little confusing, but I think you'll get it after this. This particular tutorial will have a corresponding sample available for download off the same website. And so without too much ado, we'll go ahead and continue. As you can see within here, we have examples of various repository entries that you can make. All of them point back to some piece of the .NET framework. You have a class, which is a class stream, which points to system.io.file stream, or for example class file main, which points to the logical routines, and so forth. And you can also specify enumerators, you can specify properties, a whole bunch of different things. And in this particular case, those are all commented. The ones that we're going to focus with are our friends exception, system.exception, and the property message, because they're really the two main ones that are the key players in our video for today. When you look at a traditional, if you want to call it, try, catch, except logic up underneath VB.NET, you'll notice that it's try, catch EX as exception, EX.message would be your message display for this particular exception, and the end try. As we kind of go along here, we need to define to COBOL what these things are that we want to work with. So if we come in here, we're going to name this, and I happen to call it EXC, class EXC as system exception. So we're telling the system that EXC is going to be system exception. We're going to define a property being prop message, which just happens to be the exact same name as exception.message that we looked up at above. And then we have two others that are just here for example purposes, defining within our repository different data types that we want to use. It's almost like creating your own picture clause for your own use. And as we kind of move along, you can take a look and you can see that I have set WS string equal to class string, which was up above. And lo and behold, there it is. Moving along a little further, I've created another type or another data item within my working storage section called accept, which has an object reference to EXC, which just so happens to be the system exception that we have here as we highlight that. So continuing on, I think that kind of makes sense. The one references back to the other, and you now have that particular data type, object, or working storage item now available to you simply by creating those. And I've also created an EXE message to return back our error, which I guarantee we're going to have when we're done this. And a couple other fields that I've created as a numerator, a denominator, and a result, and my any key in order to stop my processing and give the user a chance to enter. And then the message, which in this particular case is a standard COBOL 255. The display upon console will not accept a, what do you want to call it, a class string within what it's doing. I apologize for the slight delay there. And so we kind of move on here a little bit further, and this is the try, catch, and try tutorial. And what we're going to do is divide a denominator into a numerator, with a denominator being 0, which is guaranteed to cause a failure. And in this particular case, we have a try, notice no periods in here, catch except, and end try, as we're moving along through all of this. And in this particular case, if it catches an exception, it's going to set the exception message to the property message. Note what we had property message up above, and it's going to display exception error upon console, set the WS message, which is our picx 255, equal to what got returned from our exception, and then display it. And that's really about it. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and we'll run, and we'll show you how easily it works. We'll bring this down here so you can see it a little better. And for my numerator, I'm going to put in 77. And for my denominator, I'm going to put in 0. I'm going to press enter, and boom, there's our exception error that would have got put into that field. Notice it has the GMP error message, divided by 0, fairly friendly message, and that's really about it. And that finishes our tutorial on how to set up try-catch exception, and more importantly, how to get a property function, or I didn't mention it, but you also point to your DLLs that you can create or reference in mixed language up through the repository. That's about it. Have a great day. Questions or concerns, you can always reach us at our support center, or me at mmoser@alchemysolutions.com, or Matt_Moser at mosersoft.com. Have a great day.